Well, hello everyone and welcome to Diamond Art with Dell. Today I'm doing a demolding video for you guys of some resin pours I made just the other day using a new mold I got from RiotArt and Crafts. So I'm going to take my little bug cover off. I put one of these over my molds so that nothing nasty flies in there while my resin is setting. So I decided that this new geode style coaster mold I got would maybe look kind of cool as a sort of ocean theme, so a little bit like islands. So I thought that might look kind of cool. So I had a bit of a go at that, and I mixed up some resins. I used a 1-to-1 ratio resin, and I added some sand to give it some effect, like a beachy effect around here. And I mixed some mica powders using a dark blue and then a teal to give sort of an ocean colours, and some white to sort of give some waves. I didn't quite get the lacing effect that I was hoping for, but this is the first time trying, and you know, we sort of have to have a bit of practice, I think, to get that effect. But it turned out kind of interesting and kind of cool, and yeah, I kind of like the idea, and I like the idea of the shapes of this mold doing sort of island coaster effects. So yeah, I'm going to demold these ones for you. I also added a couple of little sea stars and stuff like that. I just tried one of the seashells. This one actually sticks out a little bit further, but I thought if I put it to the side, then you still put something on the coaster without interfering. So a bit of a 3D effect. And yeah, I think they came up pretty cool. Not too much trouble, I don't think, by the looks of it, with bubbling and so forth. So yeah, luckily. That seems to be the really hardest part with resin is not getting those bubbles not to come in there. I had some leftovers, so what I did is just grab, these are my little mini skull molds I have, and I decided to add some of my leftover resins into these and just see what they turned out like. I had some white mica powder mix left over, and I already had a little bit of leftover resin from another project, some blacks and so forth, so I popped that in this one, and then I filled the rest up with that mica powder mix of white. This one's just the dark blue. It's a little bit sunken there, probably should have been more level, a bit bubbly, but you know, for leftovers it'll be okay. And this one is actually my leftover sand, and I sprinkled a little bit of fine glitter in the bottom of this one too, so I'll demold them as well today, just to, I don't know, use up that last little bit of resin. Rather than throwing it out, I thought I may as well chuck it in one of those little small molds and see what happens. Alright, so I thought this might be cool sort of mold to check out, so I'm going to demold these today. They have been sitting well and truly over 24 hours now, so they should be nice and firm. Oh, golly gosh, that just nearly fell out. That's how easy that came out. Oh my goodness. Oh, that just comes away so easily. Oh, wow. Check out the back. That looks so cool from the back too. I really like that effect. Well, that's interesting. I've sort of got two sides to that one. Now what I did this in a 2-layer, if you can sort of see, where I used the mica powders and the sand colours on a first layer, and then there's another layer I put of resin, and it was just a clear, and then I just used a little bit of the white and the sand to fill up this back area. And then I added the little sea stars and things like that, just to give it a bit more oceany feel, I guess. But yeah, that's come up pretty good. It's a little bit I don't know, gritty textured or something there. Not sure why that is, but the swirls are kind of cool. Okay, so that's that one. I do like the back though. So because that's not too bad, it's fairly flat, you could even use it that side. Oh, it's interesting texture with the sand. It's smooth, but it's also got just a little bit of, oh, I don't know what to call it, but yeah, just a little bit of fine texture to it. Interesting. Okay, that's one. A good size. Let's take this one out. Wow, that just comes out so easy. It's a beautiful mould. So I've got this shape. Again, I just added a couple of sea stars. Let's turn over the back. Wow. Okay, so I didn't get as much of the white coming through on this one, so it's a little bit different. But this side is still very effective, gives it sort of an oceany wave look. I would have liked some more lacing on this one. It would have been much nicer, I think, but all in all, I think the colours are nice. And yeah, it gives it a nice effect. I like the shape. A little bit of something there I might just have to file away, but really, it's not too bad. They're fairly clean. Okay, so that's that one. Let's take this one out. Wow. Oh, he's pretty, isn't he? Oh, yes. I've got a little bit of the white come through there. It's almost clear. With the sand effect moving. He's an interesting little one as well. He's got a very different sort of water movement and ocean in there. I like this bit. It's hard to come up on the camera, but that looks quite effective. It's almost got the lacy sort of look going. A little sea star there. Now this one looks kind of cool too. I like the shape of this one. It's a bit more smoother sort of style. Unfortunately, that little bit dropped on there, but I was too scared. Oh, that's good. That came off. That's good. I was too scared to touch that while it was setting because I was worried if I put a toothpick or something there, I might actually put a hole in the resin. So I'm glad I just left that alone until now, and I've been able to pick that off, that little spot. It's a little bit of a dent, but I still think that's better than if I'd stuck my toothpick or something there and try and correct it that way. I like how this one has a sort of an ocean swirly effect. And little sea stars. Now I put a little bit of resin over the top of them so that helps keep them a bit smoother and seal them in. So we'll see that. They're fairly in there, they're fairly flat. Yeah. Come up pretty good for a first go, I think. Yeah, and the back looks pretty cool on this one too. I like it how it has that little white line edge there between that and the sand. I really like the texture of that. He's groovy. Okay, last one. Oh, wow. Now this one has real pretty oceany swirls. Just shines on every light no matter which way I go, doesn't it? I'm really trying not to catch that light or that light, but it just wants everything. Now there is the shell. Little sea star. Golly gosh, it just wants to catch every bit of light. I love how this mica powder I didn't like it at first, but now I do like how that's sort of swirled up in there now. Feels like the ocean is pulling out from its wave. Yeah, I think that's kind of neato. There we have it. They're pretty clean on the edge. I don't know if I'll need to do much. I might just give this a very, very light as a sand just to take that little fine lip off. And maybe I might paint the edges of these, I'm not sure, with a silver. Would be kind of nice. Although they are kind of good just as they are, honestly, because they've got that effect to them. I'll see once I do a little bit of sanding if it looks like it needs to be covered up And if so, I'd put a bit of silver paint on that. But yeah, they came up really nice. That is the mould. Just go out just a fraction. So that is the mould I got. It's a 5 set coaster. They're really, really big geodes, these are supposed to be. So you can have a lot of fun making different patterns and colours and things with this one. So you probably wouldn't have thought to do oceany ones, but I thought it would be kind of cool to make islands. So it's a really nice mould. Holds in nice and firm. So yeah, that's pretty groovy. It looks like it's going to clean up nice and easy too. Although when I am working on it, I do try to clean in and around the gaps of my moulds a little bit as I can to save cleanup later. Try and get as much off as I can when I'm working, like just with a baby wipe, you know, just wipe the edges. There we go. That's the mould. That's those ones. We'll have a look at those in a second all together. We might just demould these guys as well. Okay, we'll just move these out of the road. They're kind of groovy, but just don't need them there. They feel nice too. Alright, so we've got these 3 little guys. And I think we'll just start with this one. Put my cover out of the road. So this one here I actually started ages back. Adding a little bit of resin, into it. Nearly lost him. Oh wow. He's interesting. So I forgot I even put glitter in the top of this one. There you go. It's a bit sticky actually. That's weird. So that's got a little bit stick to it. I don't know why that is. It must be the type of resin it is. Maybe it's because the UV resin hasn't cured properly because of the thickness. So I might stick it under some lights. I think that's what that one is. But yeah, there you go. Oops, he's not really focusing. This came up in interesting layers. Yeah, he's kind of cool how he turned out. Just for leftover resin. It's got a little bit of a lip at the back there, needs cleaning. A bit sticky, so I think he's got some, might have to go on a UV light. I've got all sorts of mixed bags in that mould. Alright, let's do the blue one. This way. Oh, he's cool. He definitely reminds me of a bowling ball. Need a little bit of a cleanup at the back there, but he's turned out really well. So it goes to show you should never waste any resin, always find something to do with it. Last one. So this one's the sand. It's a little bit different texture. Got a bit of overspill. And I added some glitter on the top. Ouch. That's really sharp. Ooh. Ooh, it'd been better if that was a bit more smoother. It would look really cool. So the glitter clumped up a bit, but where it just was nice and smooth and sparkly on the sand, it looked really groovy. You'll need a little bit of a clean up because the edge is really sharp. Yeah, that's a sand resin skull with glitter. It's very different. These molds come up really good. These from Just Resin, these ones, and they're very nice little molds. And they're perfect to fill up with leftover resin because they're a nice deep mold, nice and easy. Look at that. So he's pretty groovy. Got a little friend there. Get on there. And that one. Look at those guys. All very different. Very unique little fellows. You can turn these into keychains or something like that. We'll just keep them as little ornaments. But yeah, I think they're kind of cool. They're a lot of fun. Alrighty. They weren't the main game, so I don't know why I'm so excited about that. But anyway, I thought they turned out really cool. And I've got my beautiful coasters. Look at that. Wow. They turned out pretty darn neato. I'm not sure if I want to put an edge on these or not. Kind of like the natural sides. What's your opinion? Do you think it should have a coloured edge or just leave it open natural like that? There we go. So that is the coasters. They're going to be really pretty. Little addition. Well, they make a nice gift. And yeah, that's a bit of fun to show you what you can make with resin. Ta-da! And of course, leftover resin. Because you don't want to waste our craft supplies. You can always make something with it. Alrighty guys, I'm going to leave it there. That's a bit of a longer demolding video than I planned to make, but I was kind of amazed on how well this all turned out for a first go. So I hope you enjoyed me sharing that with you guys today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, be well, be safe, and thank you very much. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then guys, bye for now.